I know a lot of you are not on Twitter or X, but we've been talking a lot about all of these crazy plane crashes and accidents and incidents involving airplanes that have been happening lately. A couple of weeks ago, I put out a post asking, is it just me or are airplanes just falling out of the skies these days? And a lot of people took that opportunity to call me a conspiracy theorist, to say that I'm crazy for noticing that every single freaking day there's another airplane crash, there's another crazy situation on a runway with a plane, falling to pieces. We got doors blowing off the airplanes, we got landing gear coming off. And I was talking about it, and I've been talking about it. It's kind of like a running joke over on my X or Twitter account. Well, now, there's been a few whistleblowers that have been coming forward exposing some of these companies, exposing Boeing, exposing other airplane companies. And, of course, we got everything that's going on with DEI. We know they're hiring pilots that have no business flying an airplane. So there's a lot going on right now. There's several cases that are already open. There's open investigations. And now, one of the whistleblowers who's been exposing a lot of things, he was just found dead in his car. He was literally in court exposing things a few days ago. He was scheduled to be in court again to expose more. And now they're claiming that he ended himself. We have ourselves a Schmepstein situation going on. And folks, I knew something was wrong here. It was obvious that something weird has been going on. These planes are falling apart. There's a crash every day. I knew there was something weird here, but I thought it was just incompetence. I thought it was because of, diversity, equity, inclusion, them hiring a bunch of idiots to fly and build these airplanes. Well, apparently there is a lot more going on than I could ever even imagine. This rabbit hole runs deep. Who knows what's at the bottom of it? But right now, we are in the process of going down the hole. Let's take a look at what's going on here. This is 62-year-old Boeing whistleblower John Barnett, who was just found dead in his truck after he didn't show up for a legal interview linked to a case against Boeing. Barnett worked for Boeing for 32 years and finally retired in 2017. After he retired, Barnett started speaking out against Boeing and exposing that Boeing was cutting corners on their airplanes. Just a few days before his death, Barnett had given evidence in a lawsuit against Boeing. Barnett accused Boeing of deliberately fitting substandard parts on their airplanes. He also accused Boeing of having faulty oxygen systems, saying that only 1 in 4 breathing masks, or that 1 in 4 breathing masks wouldn't even work in an emergency situation. He also said that new plane builds had been rushed. He brought all of these concerns forward to the company before exposing them, and they ignored him. When he died, Barnett was actually in Charleston for interviews that were linked to a case against Boeing. He was supposed to come back for more questioning on Saturday, but did not show up. Inquiries were made to his hotel where Barnett was staying, and he was found dead right in his hotel parking lot in his car, and police are saying that it is a self-inflicted wound and that this is not a homicide investigation. So, I'll just go ahead and say it right now. John Barnett did not end himself. Someone ended him for him. I'm assuming it's because of what he knew. I didn't know that this was that deep. I knew that Boeing was getting exposed. I know that there's a lot that's going to be exposed when it comes to air travel. Okay, there's a lot going on. It runs deep, but I didn't know that it was this serious, that people were going to start getting whacked for telling the truth about them cutting corners on their airplanes. Listen, I don't fly that much. I know a lot of you all do. I would be very careful right now. And that's not an over-exaggeration. Watch the news as much as I do, and you will see that every single day there's another situation. I wouldn't get it on a Boeing if my life depended on it as of right now. Okay? Because things are not looking good. Not only are the airplanes made with shoddy materials, they have idiots flying the airplanes now. Some of them are literally falling asleep while flying. There's a lot going on. And apparently, if you speak out about it, you might end up dead in a hotel parking lot, on a Saturday morning when you're supposed to be in court exposing one of these companies. But now that we know how serious this situation is, now that we know the lengths that they will go, the lengths in which they will go to cover this up, oh boy, best believe we're going to start looking into it now. At first, I've been looking into it, but I had no idea it was this deep. Like, people ending up dead in parking lots over it. So I'm going to be looking into it. This has, rung the alarm for a lot of other people as well. Who knows what's going to be exposed in the coming days. But for now, let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. While you're down there, if you want to donate to the channel, you can do so via Cash App. Or you can help the channel for free by liking and subscribing. But with that being said, I'll talk to you all soon in the next one.